Hey guys, what's up? It's the Culture Detective here, investigating your favorite albums, and today I'm going to be doing an album review on the new Leroy album, Grave Robbing. So Leroy, aka Jane Remover, aka Delete Zeke, has released a new album called Grave Robbing, and the type of music they make is hard dance music and EDM. I've never listened to their music before, and I'm not a huge fan of electronic dance music, but seeing this album top the Rate Your Music charts piqued my interest, and I listened to it, and oh my god, I feel like I had a concussion after listening to this album. Yeah, because essentially on this album we are slammed for 60 minutes straight with non-stop pummeling beats, pitched vocal samples. It's extremely bright, messy, noisy, cacophonous. We also get these really mentally unstable Gen Z track titles with a lot of dots and exclamation marks and parentheses. It's really cool to see a musical artist have this much fun playing with song titles, and that's really cool. This is also, I guess, a follow-up to the not so long ago, but still a bit of a significance to their fans, a Daria Core trilogy. But this album here is more of an extension of that trilogy and is harder and brighter and messier and more aggressive than ever. The album opener, We've Been Smoking All Day, has the bright pop vocals, and then it crashes into these metallic shrill sounds that I can't really describe other than it feels like being stabbed with a key like a million times, and then you get the very intricate drum work that just spams the hell out of your eardrums. The second track is Her Head Is So Rolling, post-mortem remix, and it's also a really unhinged banger with pitched K-pop samples, incredibly huge bassy notes so freaking loud that it literally interferes with the K-pop samples itself. Every time there's a banging drum, it just muffles the K-pop vocal sample a little bit. And then you get the very cool, trendy, speedy break beats near the end of the track. It's pretty wild. The third track is called Jacked My Swag, parentheses, and Those Damn Prices. And it's a sweet, sugary dance track with constantly banging beats, shimmery keyboards. That being said though, I wouldn't say it has the same power to it as the first two tracks. Then the album basically goes on a row with track after track after track, just one out of breath, unhinged banger after another. We have It's Up to You Now, exclamation mark, with two exclamation marks in fact. This track goes insanely hard. We have some really raw screams, and then we are hit with these rapid fire hyper trap beats that are constantly grinding and skipping nonstop. The following track, Put Me Back Together, three parentheses on the floor, is a lot more melodic and catchy. We have some chopped up vocals, and then you get these mid 2000s era internet pop a la Caramel Dancin'. It's just so sugary and bright. It's like vomiting rainbows. Then following that, we have Front Door, Entry Only, Hyvens, Until I Can't Feel a Thing, with the ethereal, breathy vocal samples and the blissful, catchy instrumental loops. And following that, the track Backdoor Exit, Hyvens, I've Got a Crush on You, but the crush, instead of a U, it's an asterisk, so it's like censored. It's a lot murkier than the previous track with chomping tones. The whole track sounds like 7 tracks being smashed together. This is like the musical equivalent of schizophrenia. Following that, we have OMG, exclamation mark, Crush Desire, which of course samples New Jeans' OMG, but completely chops it up, screws it up, pitches it up, and turn it into an ultra bright, overblown pop rager. And then the next track is still Into You with an umlaut, Your Happy Endings, and Your Fake Love. Again, with the U with an umlaut, kind of reminds me of Yeet. Is that his name? But yeah, this track is a bit more aggressive than the previous track. It has the irregular beats that are a mash of club beats and dance beats. It's incredibly industrial and dirty and grimy, and it's all over the place. Then we have Pack Your Bags, Let It Rock, Hear the Rumble, dot. And it has the poppy vocal samples that are pitched on this track. They're also vibrating. Then you get these video game-esque synths. The whole track is very overwhelming and messy. Then the album ends off with a couple of tracks that I don't think are as strong as the rest of the album. We are Bouncing Off the Window with 3 stars, which is a bit more rudimentary, which is a bit more of a basic track. The second half becomes a really quiet trap pop track that's very quiet in comparison with the rest of the album, so it kind of sticks out. It's not really an interlude either. Then the album ends off with Lately This Feeling, parenthesis, I'm so drunk, dot 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 dot. And it's kind of an atmospheric ending, again, in relation to the rest of the album. Like, if you pull this track out from this album and play it anywhere else, it would be one noisy, shimmery, bright explosion, but it's kind of atmospheric in comparison. So not the most impactful couple of endings that these 2 tracks are, but still overall this album is relentless. It's incredibly noisy, crushing, crazy. I don't really know what to make of this. I guess if anything, I kind of wish this album was shorter. It's 60 minutes long and it's a whole hour just chunk of noisy cacophony insanity. At the same time, it's so sugary and bright and overblown, I can't really make out what the hell I'm listening at times. But it's still a very interesting album. And if you know, I wouldn't normally listen to music like this, but if you play this album in like a club where everyone's intoxicated or drunk or high or anything, I'm really sure that a couple murders may or may not happen. But I guess that's the hilarity of this album. And also it's important to know that apparently Leroy is a whole year younger than me. So someone a whole year younger than me is making music like this. Goddamn, now I need to grind harder. So yeah, I'm giving this album a strong 8 out of 10. So have you listened to the new Leroy album? Comments below, let me know. Subscribe if you want more, and thanks for watching.